A long time ago, in a place not so far away, a Chinese teenager fretted about where he'd live for the next school year. This outsized concern was well-deserved, for he was finishing his third year at an American high school, and his host family was having the third baby, and they literally had no room for him. He wanted to graduate from the school he had attended for 3 years, and he had grown accustomed to the city he was living in. Having met his family in China 2 years earlier, we were an easy target, so he decided to put on a clever charm offensive. Into our life entered our new son, so to speak. Having raised 3 sons, he was an easy fit. Having 7 grandsons, he added to the honor of grandparenting. It was like having a new family member. It was not a novel experience for us. We had hosted exchange students and educators from a variety of countries: Germany, the UK, Venezuela, Argentina, India, Spain, and the Czech Republic, and others. Our first student was from Venezuela in the 1980s. Now married and living in the U.S. with his wife and 5 children, we have maintained contact with Francisco over the decades. When his 4-year-old daughter was dressed in her Pittsburgh Pirate uniform as a cheerleader, he sent us a picture because he recalled he had seen his first professional baseball game with us in Pittsburgh decades ago, and he was thrilled to be part of the city's background in baseball. He had even hoped at this point that one of his children would finally attend the University of Pittsburgh when it came time to choose college. Sustaining personal relationships over the years and having a positive impact on another human being's life is one of the greatest rewards to be experienced in life. As a teacher of world cultures and the sponsor of a very active Student United Nations Club at my school, I have always been drawn to international topics. I was stimulated and intrigued by the level of interest of my own students and sought out opportunities to interact with other foreign students. Parallel to these interests and values was my eventual involvement with the Fulbright program. A highlight in my public school career was being invited to London, England for a month-long exchange sponsored by the Carnegie Foundation to collaborate with urban principals in that school district. Later, I was honored to participate in Fulbright programs elsewhere. Fulbright began after World War II, with the hope that promoting international understanding might avoid future wars. While Fulbright initially focused on Europe and was largely successful, it did expand to other countries and continents. Increasing exchanges through Fulbright to enhance prospects of peace touched many lives. Over the years, almost 400,000 people have participated in the Fulbright program, and many Fulbrighters went on to leadership roles elsewhere. 37 Fulbright alumni have served as heads of state or heads of government. Another 59 Fulbright alumni from 14 different countries have been awarded the Nobel Prize. Again, 72 Fulbright alumni are MacArthur Foundation Fellows. And finally, some 84 Fulbright alumni have received Pulitzer Prizes. It was not a great personal leap for me to move from Fulbright to Hollren. The many opportunities generated by Hollren do contribute to international understanding, improving educational and intellectual development, fostering humanitarian principles, and increasing the sense of family in the human race, regardless of innate diversity. These intangible results really outweigh business outcomes, especially in terms of long-term benefits and in worthy goals. The ability of Hollren to help others reach their dreams or to tap their own potential are the greatest payoffs for all involved. The blending of Hollren's initiatives and the activities of Hollren are immensely satisfying. Perhaps the alumni of both Fulbright and Hollren will one day attain similar recognition thanks to the efforts of the people who make Hollren and Fulbright organizations successful. As mentioned earlier, the alumni of the Fulbright program are not quite 400,000 in number. Many of these alumni stay true to the principles of Fulbright, and they continue to participate through the Fulbright Alumni Association to further international understanding in the U.S. The alumni are organized into geographic chapters. Similar organizations exist in other countries. Last year, I was invited to attend a grand reunion sponsored by the Czech Republic, celebrating 25 years of Fulbright exchanges at the Bohemian National Hall in New York City. It was well attended by both Americans and Czechs. Locally, the Greater Pittsburgh chapter of the Fulbright Association has been recently activated, and I was honored to be selected to serve on the executive board and as its treasurer. The growth of Ready AI this past year has had similar significance to me. It reflects common interests that weave people together by necessity. The positive potential as well as the grave misuses possible with artificial intelligence are daunting, and neither can be ignored. What is best interest of humanity will have to be the impeccable standard for artificial intelligence. Governments, corporations, and oligarchs cannot view AI as their tools or weapons. As awesome as AI appears, only education and mass access, and that means you and me, can ensure the use of this transformative advance. The AI competitions this past summer integrated problem solving, team building, creativity, and it was all based in an international and sharing basis. This approach helped promote a venue for the next generation to be the masters of AI. Again, as personal sidelight, many of my own grandchildren participated in the workshops and competitions. Shades of the Fulbright principles pervade AI activities. It is so exciting to be part of such an undertaking and so much promise. It is such a stark contrast with another event that occurred in Pittsburgh in 2018 that shocked this community and many of you. Of course, I'm referring to the Tree of Life tragedy. The AI successes of international cooperation and the high hopes of Fulbright and Hohlren were moderated by this tragedy. A month ago at a synagogue in Pittsburgh, and it demonstrates the challenge and the work that remains. The idealism that breathes life into the entities such as Hohlren and Fulbright must not be snuffed out by fanatics. Rather, those committed to universal acceptance and mutual respect, especially of differences, and who are committed to the brotherhood of mankind and international understanding, simply must prevail. Motivation is almost as difficult as creativity to instill, but we know that both can be influenced or ignited. Seeking satisfaction through serving others, enjoying the sense of accomplishment, pushing ourselves to reach higher, and just plain altruism are powerful factors in motivating us. Power and money are not evil in themselves, but other factors of motivation can bring delight and intrinsic satisfaction and are likely to optimize harmony. To engage in work that benefits others is what makes Hohlren wholesome.